Did you know that every Cadbury Dairy Milk bar starts with tropical beans and ends with robotic machines shaping 1,000 bars a minute? From steaming cocoa farms in West Africa to dazzling factory floors where molten chocolate flows like a river of gold. Each bar is made in an unbelievably intricate way. But what makes Cadbury's chocolate so uniquely creamy? And how do they achieve that perfect snap? Are you ready to find out how this famous Cadbury Dairy Milk is made in a factory? Hit that like button and subscribe to Produce Planet, and let's get started. The story of Cadbury Dairy Milk is steeped in history and innovation. It all started back in 1905 in Birmingham, England, when George Cadbury Jr. had a bold idea: create a milk chocolate bar that was creamier and richer than anything people had tasted before. He wanted to use more milk than any other chocolate at the time. And after years of refining the recipe, the first dairy milk bar was born. By 1914, it was already Cadbury's best-selling product, a position it proudly held for over a century. As the brand grew, so did its creativity. In 1926, the Fruit and Nut bar made its debut, followed by Whole Nut in 1930. Then came the glass and a half slogan in 1928, showing just how much milk went into every bar. This tagline became an iconic part of the brand, highlighting Cadbury's dedication to quality. Today, Cadbury Dairy Milk is loved in more than 40 countries, proving that George Cadbury Jr.'s vision is still as irresistible as ever. The journey of Cadbury Dairy Milk begins thousands of miles away, in the lush cocoa farms of West Africa, particularly in Ghana and Ivory Coast. These regions produce some of the world's finest cocoa beans, thanks to their warm, humid climates and just the right amount of rainfall. Cocoa farming here is as much as an art as it is a science, requiring patience, precision, and care. Harvesting cocoa is a labor-intensive process. Farmers carefully cut ripe cocoa pods from the trees using machetes, ensuring the delicate branches remain unharmed. Inside each pod lies a treasure trove of cocoa beans, surrounded by a sweet white pulp. At this stage, the beans don't resemble chocolate at all. They lack the signature brown color and rich flavor we associate with a treat. The transformation begins with fermentation. The beans, still coated in their pulp, are placed in fermentation boxes and covered with banana leaves for up to 9 days. This step is crucial, as it kills bacteria, enhances flavor, and gives the beans their characteristic brown hue. Once fermented, the beans are spread out under the sun to dry. This drying process not only removes moisture, but also prevents mold and bacteria growth, setting the stage for their journey to Cadbury's factories. What makes Cadbury Dairy Milk so irresistibly creamy? The answer lies in its commitment to using fresh milk. The iconic glass and a half of milk in every half pound of chocolate isn't just a marketing gimmick. Cadbury sources its milk from local dairy farms, where cows graze on lush green pastures. The milk collection process is modernized to ensure both quality and sustainability. Automated systems gently milk the cows, keeping them comfortable while maintaining hygiene standards. The collected milk is transported to Cadbury's factories in temperature-controlled tanks, preserving its freshness throughout the journey. Once the milk arrives, it's condensed to remove excess water, transforming it into a rich milk powder. This milk powder is then blended with cocoa mass and sugar, creating the smooth, velvety texture that dairy milk is known for. This commitment to using fresh, high-quality milk sets Cadbury apart, giving every bar its signature creamy taste. Sugar is not just a sweetener in Cadbury Dairy Milk. It's an essential ingredient that balances flavors, enhances texture, and brings the chocolate to life. Cadbury carefully chooses its sugar sources, using both sugar cane and sugar beet to create the perfect taste for every bar. Sugarcane, grown in warm tropical regions like India, Brazil, and parts of Africa, has a fruity, slightly caramel-like flavor. During production, it caramelizes beautifully, adding a rich depth that pairs perfectly with the creaminess of the milk and the boldness of the cocoa. Its natural properties also contribute to the smooth, glossy finish of the chocolate. Sugar beet, cultivated in cooler climates like Europe and North America, brings a subtle earthiness to the mix. Its neutral sweetness complements the fruity tones of sugar cane, creating a well-rounded flavor. By blending these two sugar types, Cadbury ensures that every bar of dairy milk has a unique and consistent sweetness that chocolate lovers adore. The process of preparing sugar for production is just as meticulous. The raw sugar is refined to remove impurities and ground into fine particles. This allows it to blend seamlessly with the other ingredients, preventing any graininess in the finished chocolate. Once the dried cocoa beans arrive at Cadbury's factories, the journey to becoming chocolate truly begins. The first step is rigorous quality control, where every batch of beans undergoes thorough inspection by Cadbury's expert team. Inspectors check for color, size, flavor potential, and overall consistency to ensure only the finest beans are used. This meticulous process is essential to maintaining the high standards Cadbury is known for. Any beans that don't meet these strict criteria are discarded, ensuring only the best make it through. After passing inspection, the beans are thoroughly cleaned. This step removes dirt, dust, and any other impurities that may have come from the farms or during transport. Cleanliness is crucial, as even the smallest impurity can affect the final chocolate's flavor and texture. Advanced cleaning machines use air currents, sieves, and water jets to ensure the beans are spotless before moving on. Next comes roasting, one of the most important steps in the chocolate making process. Roasting unlocks the beans' deep chocolatey aroma and enhances their complex flavor profile. The beans are roasted in large rotating cylinders or ovens where heated air circulates evenly around them. The roasting time and temperature vary depending on the origin of the beans and the flavor Cadbury wants to achieve. For example, beans with a nutty profile might be roasted slightly longer to bring out those notes, while fruity beans may require a gentler touch. This step also reduces the moisture content of the beans, making them easier to process in the next stages. Once roasted to perfection, the beans are cracked open to separate the nibs, the precious chocolate interiors, from the husk. This is done using a machine called a winnower. The winnower vibrates the beans and blows away the lighter husk, leaving only the dense, flavorful nibs behind. These nibs are where the magic happens, as they contain both the cocoa butter and cocoa solids that form the foundation of chocolate. The nibs are then ground to a thick, dark paste known as cocoa mass. This process releases the natural fats or cocoa butter within the nibs, transforming them into a smooth liquid. Cocoa mass serves as the base for all Cadbury chocolate products. At this stage, the chocolate begins to take on its signature richness and texture. The cocoa mass is then divided for further processing. Some of it is pressed to extract cocoa butter, which is a vital ingredient in giving chocolate its creamy, melt-in-your-mouth texture. The remaining solid is ground into cocoa powder, used in a variety of Cadbury products and other culinary creations. Tempering is the final step before the chocolate takes shape. This process involves carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to encourage the formation of stable cocoa butter crystals. Tempering ensures that the finished chocolate has a shiny appearance, a smooth texture, and the perfect snap when broken. The tempered chocolate is poured into molds, which are vibrated to remove air bubbles and ensure an even distribution. Depending on the variety, additional ingredients like nuts, fruits, or caramel may be added. The molds then pass through a series of cooling tunnels where the chocolate solidifies into its final form. Each bar is carefully removed from its mold, ready for the next stage. The journey of Cadbury dairy milk doesn't end with molding. The cooled bars are sent to the wrapping section, where high-speed machines enclose them in Cadbury's iconic purple wrappers. These wrappers aren't just packaging, they're a symbol of the brand's legacy and commitment to quality. Cadbury has also embraced sustainability in its packaging. Around 85% of its laminate materials are recyclable, and the company is working toward making all packaging fully sustainable by 2025. The wrap bars are packed into cartons and shipped to stores around the world, ready to bring joy to chocolate lovers everywhere. Cadbury is committed to making its chocolate not only delicious, but also sustainable. Through its Cocoa Life program, the company supports cocoa farmers by promoting fair wages, empowering women, and encouraging environmentally friendly farming practices. By 2025, Cadbury aims to source 100% of its cocoa sustainably, ensuring that every bar of dairy milk contributes to a brighter future. These efforts extend to the factories as well. Cadbury's facilities prioritize energy efficiency, water conservation, and waste reduction, demonstrating a commitment to minimizing its environmental impact. From farm to factory to your hands, Cadbury dairy milk is crafted with care for both people and the planet. And there you have it, the incredible journey of Cadbury dairy milk, from the cocoa farms of West Africa to the factory floors where chocolate dreams come to life. Every bar is a testament to over a century of craftsmanship, innovation, and dedication to quality. The next time you unwrap a Cadbury dairy milk bar, take a moment to appreciate the care and precision that goes into every bite. And if you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, don't forget to check out our next video for more fascinating factory tours. Until then, keep indulging your curiosity and your sweet tooth.